You want to know about power? Real power isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It whispers. And in the marble halls of the Castellano estate, power had a name. They called him the Don. Not because he demanded it. Because even kings bowed when he entered a room. But this story isn't about him. Not really. This story is about a girl who never should have looked up. For 13 years, Maria had scrubbed these floors. 13 years of invisible hands keeping a dangerous world clean. She knew which rooms to enter, which doors stayed locked, which questions never to ask. Her daughter, Lily, grew up in the serving quarters. While other girls dreamed of princes, Lily dreamed of college, of escaping, of being more than the maid's daughter in a house where men spoke in code and strangers disappeared after midnight meetings. Keep your eyes down, Maria told her every single day. In this house, being noticed gets you killed. Lily listened. For 18 years, she listened. Until the day she dropped the silver tray. It happened in the East Corridor. The one lined with paintings worth more than entire neighborhoods. Lily was 17 then, helping her mother during summer break. The tray slipped. Crystal shattered. The sound echoed like gunshots. She froze. That's when she saw him. The Don stood at the end of the hallway, surrounded by men in expensive suits. But he wasn't looking at them. He was looking at her. Really looking. Not through her, the way powerful people look at servants. But at her. Their eyes met for 3 seconds. Her heart stopped for all 3. Clean it up, her mother hissed, pulling her arm. But something had shifted. Something that couldn't be cleaned up with a broom and dustpan weeks past. Lily told herself she'd imagined it. The intensity in his eyes. The way time seemed to pause. Then the books started appearing. First, a novel on her mother's cleaning cart. No note. Just a book. The exact one Lily had mentioned wanting to read while folding laundry nearby. She thought it was coincidence. Then another. And another. Always the books she'd whispered about. Always appearing like magic. Someone's watching you, her roommate at college said when Lily mentioned it during fall semester. That's creepy. But it didn't feel creepy. It felt like someone actually heard her. In a world where she was supposed to be invisible, someone saw her. She didn't know that he stood outside the library sometimes. Just watching her study through the window. Making sure she was safe. Making sure she had everything she needed. He told himself it was just kindness. He was lying. The night everything changed started ordinary enough. Lily came home for Christmas break. 20 years old now. College had shaped her. Made her confident, sharper. She'd stopped keeping her eyes down. The estate was hosting a party. Not the dangerous kind with locked doors and coded conversations. The respectable kind. Politicians. Businessmen. People who pretended not to know what really happened in the Don's world. Maria was serving. Lily was supposed to stay in the quarters. She didn't. She wandered to the balcony overlooking the garden. Away from the crowd. Away from the performance. Your mother would kill me for letting you be out here alone. His voice came from the shadows. Deep. Controlled. The kind of voice that commanded armies without ever rising above a whisper. Lily should have been scared. Instead, her heart raced for entirely different reasons. Then it's good she doesn't know, Lily said, surprising herself with her boldness. He stepped into the moonlight. The dawn. Up close, he was younger than people thought. Maybe 35. Dark eyes that held secrets. A face that could have been carved from stone, except for the sadness hiding in the corners. You're not afraid of me. It wasn't a question. Should I be? Everyone else is. I'm not everyone else. The corner of his mouth lifted. Almost a smile. She'd heard rumors that he never smiled. No. You're definitely not. They stood in silence. But it wasn't awkward. It was the kind of silence where everything important was being said without words. The books, Lily whispered. That was you. He didn't deny it. Why? He looked away, jaw tight. Because you have dreams. And dreams are the rarest thing in my world. What about your dreams? He laughed, cold, bitter. Men like me don't get dreams. We get duties, obligations, blood that doesn't wash off no matter how hard you scrub. Lily stepped closer. Dangerous. Stupid. Brave. Everyone deserves dreams. He looked at her then. Really looked at her. And she saw it, the loneliness. The weight of a crown made of violence and fear. The man buried under the monster everyone believed him to be. You should go inside, he said, voice rough. Before I do something I can't take back. What if I don't want you to take it back? Time stopped. His hand lifted, almost touching her face, before he caught himself. Dropped it. Stepped back. You don't understand what you're asking for. Then explain it to me. I can't. His voice cracked, just barely, but she heard it. Because if I start talking to you, I won't be able to stop. And you deserve better than a man with blood on his hands. He walked away, left her standing in the moonlight, heart pounding, world tilted sideways. That should have been the end. It was only the beginning point. 3 months passed. Lily threw herself into school, tried to forget, failed miserably. He was everywhere. In the books she read, in the coffee that appeared at her library desk with no explanation, in the feeling of being watched, protected, even when she was alone. Then her mother got sick. Nothing serious, just the flu, but enough that she couldn't work for a week. I'll cover your shifts, Lily said. I'm on spring break anyway. Maria grabbed her hand, fear in her eyes. No. Stay away from that house. Mama, we need the money. Not that badly, but they did. Medical bills, tuition. The life Lily was building on dreams and her mother's tired bones. So she went. The first day was fine. She cleaned, stayed invisible, did her job. The second day, she found him in the library. Papers spread across the desk. Phone pressed to his ear, speaking rapid Italian. He looked exhausted. Human. He saw her. Ended the call mid-sentence. You shouldn't be here. My mother's sick. Something flickered in his eyes. Concern? Fear? She's all right. The fact that he asked made her chest tight. She will be. Silence stretched between them like a rope pulled too tight. I should go, Lily whispered. Stay. One word. That's all it took. She stayed. They talked until sunrise. About everything. Nothing. Books and dreams and all the things he'd buried under duty. He told her about inheriting this life at 16. About choices that weren't really choices. About the difference between power and freedom. She told him about wanting to be a teacher. About feeling guilty for wanting more than her mother had. About being scared that escaping meant abandoning the one person who'd sacrificed everything. You're not abandoning her, he said quietly. You're honoring her. She fought to give you wings. Don't clip them out of guilt. Is that what you did? Clip your wings. His smile was sad. I never had wings to begin with. As dawn broke, he walked her to the servant quarters. Stopped at the door. This can't happen again, he said. I know. You're dangerous. Me? She almost laughed. You make me want impossible things. He left before she could respond. But it did happen again. And again. Late nights in the library. Conversations that started about books and ended in confessions. The distance between them shrinking like ice in summer. Maria returned to work. Lily should have left. She invented reasons to stay. A project. Research. Anything. You're playing with fire. Her college roommate warned over the phone. I know. He's dangerous. I know. Then why? Because when he looked at her, she felt seen. Because under the monster was a man who'd forgotten how to be human until she reminded him. Because she was falling. God help her, she was falling. It happened on a Tuesday. She was shelving books. He was working at the desk. The air between them had been charged for weeks. Electric, dangerous, inevitable. Tell me to leave, she said suddenly. He looked up. What? Tell me to go back to school. To forget about you. To stop coming here. Lily, tell me you don't feel this. He stood slowly. Dangerous. Controlled. I can't. Why not? Because I'd be lying. He crossed to her in 3 steps. Close. Too close. Not close enough. Because I think about you every second of every day. Because you've gotten under my skin, and I can't get you out, and I don't even want it anymore. Her breath caught. Then stop fighting it. You don't understand what you're asking. My world. It destroys beautiful things. It would destroy you. What if I'm stronger than you think? What if you're not? She grabbed his jacket. Bold. Reckless. Then let me decide that. For one moment his control cracked. His hand cupped her face, gentle, despite the violence those hands had done. His thumb traced her cheekbone. If we do this, he whispered, there's no going back. No undoing it. You'll be tied to me, to this life, to everything dark about it. I know. Your mother will hate me, hate us. I know. You could get hurt. People will try to use you to get to me. I know. His forehead touched hers. Why? Why would you choose this? Because when I'm with you, I finally feel awake. Like I've been sleepwalking my whole life, and you're the thing that woke me up. He kissed her then. Gentle. Desperate. Like a man touching salvation for the first time. Like a man afraid it would be ripped away. When they broke apart, both trembling, he whispered against her lips. No one can know. Not yet. It's too dangerous. Secret then. Secret. 3 months of secret meetings. 3 months of stolen kisses in empty hallways. Of texts disguised as book recommendations. Of a double life that felt more real than anything else. He showed her parts of himself no one else saw. The garden he kept behind the east wing where he grew vegetables like his grandmother taught him. The scar on his shoulder from the night he became Dawn. The way he still slept with a light on because darkness reminded him of the basement where his father locked him as punishment. She showed him her notebooks full of lesson plans for classrooms she hoped to have someday. Her fear that she wasn't smart enough, strong enough, good enough. The way she cried during sad movies and laughed at terrible jokes. I'm broken, he said one night, head in her lap as she played with his hair. Too broken for someone like you. Everyone's broken, she whispered. That's what makes us human. What if I break you too? Then we'll be broken together. The first night they stayed together wasn't planned. He'd had a bad day. The kind where his world reminded him of what he was. Blood on his conscience, if not his hands. Choices between bad and worse. She found him in his study at midnight. Bourbon in hand. Eyes empty. Talk to me, she said. I can't. You don't want to know. I want to know you. All of you. So he talked. About the decision he'd made that day. About the man who'd betrayed him. About justice in a world where law didn't reach. About living with being both judge and executioner. She didn't run. Didn't judge. Just held him. I'm a monster, he whispered. No. You're a man doing monstrous things because your world demands it. That's different. Is it? Yes. Because monsters don't cry. And you're crying. He was. Hadn't even realized it. She stayed that night. Not for anything physical, though the wanting was there, burning between them, but because he needed someone to remind him he was human, that under the title and the power and the violence he was just a man. They fell asleep on the couch, her curled against his chest, his arms holding her like she was the only thing keeping him from drowning. The second time was different. Summer had come again. Lily graduated college. Top of her class. He'd wanted to go to the ceremony, to watch her walk across that stage. But they'd agreed, secret, hidden, protected. So he sent flowers instead. No card. She knew. That night, she came to him. I got a job offer, she said. Teaching position. Good school. Great benefits. His heart sank. That's wonderful. It's 3 states away. Silence. I turned it down, she whispered. Lily, no. Your dreams. My dreams changed. She stepped closer. You became part of them. And I'm not running from that anymore. From us. Your mother. I'll tell her. When the time's right. But tonight. She reached for his hand. Tonight, I just want to be with you. Really be with you. Are you sure? I've never been more sure of anything. He kissed her slowly, worshipfully, like she was something sacred he'd been trusted to hold. That night, they crossed the final line. Not rushed, not frantic, gentle and careful and full of whispered promises. He was terrified of hurting her. She was terrified of losing him. Together, they were just 2 broken people finding something whole. I love you, he whispered against her skin. God help me, I love you. I love you too. Afterward, she lay in his arms, tracing the scars on his chest. Each one a story, a price paid, a piece of the man he'd become. Tell me about this one, she said. So he did. And the next. And the next. Every scar. Every wound. Every part of himself he'd hidden from the world. As dawn broke, he held her closer. I can't protect you if people know. My enemies, they'd use you. Hurt you to hurt me. Then we stay careful. For how long? As long as it takes. The pattern continued for 6 months. Stolen nights. Secret touches. A relationship hidden in shadows. He set her up in a small apartment downtown. For privacy, he said. But really it was a place that was theirs, where he could be just a man, where she could be just a woman, where the weight of his world couldn't reach. Those nights were everything. Cooking dinner together, dancing to old records, making love slowly, savoring every moment because they were so rare, talking until sunrise, building a life in stolen hours. Do you ever wish things were different? She asked one night, head on his chest, listening to his heartbeat. Every day. What would you do if you could walk away from all of it? He was quiet for a long time. Open a restaurant. Small place. Good food. Honest work. She smiled. I'd eat there every day. You'd get sick of my cooking. Never. He kissed her forehead. What would you do? Teach. Come home to you. Have Sunday dinners with our kids someday. Boring, normal, perfect life. Sounds like heaven. It does, doesn't it? But heaven, they both knew, wasn't for people like them. The secret lasted 11 months. Then Maria found the apartment key. She'd been cleaning his study. The one place Lily never went because it was too dangerous. The key was hidden in a book. A book Maria recognized because she'd seen it in her daughter's hands. Her blood turned to ice. She didn't confront him, didn't scream. She did something smarter. She followed him, watched him drive to the downtown apartment, watched him use the key, watched him disappear inside, waited 3 hours, saw her daughter leave at midnight, hair messy, clothes rumpled, smile on her face like she'd never known pain. Maria's world collapsed. The confrontation happened the next morning. Lily came to the estate to bring her mother lunch, like she did every Wednesday. Walked into the servant quarters and found Maria sitting at the small table, staring at the wall. "Mama?" Maria turned. The look in her eyes made Lily's stomach drop. "How long?" Maria's voice was flat. "Empty." "Mama, I don't." "How long have you been sleeping with him?" The world stopped. "Mama." "Don't." Maria stood, shaking. "Don't lie to me. I followed him. I saw." Tears burned Lily's eyes. "I was going to tell you." "When?" "When you were pregnant. When you were dead." "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that." Maria's voice cracked. "Do you know what he is? What he does? He's not just that. He's a killer, Lily. A criminal. I have cleaned blood off his floors. I have scrubbed brains off his walls. I have pretended not to see the things I've seen for 13 years, so I could keep you safe, feed you, send you to school, give you a life, and you throw it away for him. I love him." The slap came fast, hard. The first time her mother had ever hit her. Both stood frozen, shocked. "You think you love him," Maria whispered. "You think he loves you. But men like him don't love. They possess. They consume. They destroy. And when he's done with you, when someone uses you to hurt him, or when you become inconvenient, or when you see too much, you'll disappear. Just like all the others." "I'm not naive, Mama. I know what his world is. I know the risks." "No, you don't. Because if you did, you'd run." "I won't leave him." "Then you leave me." The words hung in the air like a death sentence. "Mama, please. I have spent 13 years keeping you away from this darkness. I won't watch you walk into it voluntarily. So you choose. Him or me. His blood-soaked world or your family. But you don't get both." "That's not fair." "Fair." Maria laughed bitterly. "Nothing about this is fair. Not the life I've lived. Not the choices I've made. Not the fact that my daughter is throwing away everything I sacrificed for a man who will get her killed. So choose, Lily. Choose right now." Tears streamed down Lily's face. "I can't." "Then you already have." Maria walked to the door. Stopped. Didn't turn around. "When it all falls apart, and it will, don't come looking for me. I can't watch you die. I just can't." She left. Lily collapsed to the floor, sobbing. She didn't tell him for 3 days. Tried to pretend everything was fine. But he knew. Always knew. "What happened?" he asked, pulling her close in the apartment. So she told him. Everything. Her mother's ultimatum. The choice she couldn't make. He went very still. "She's right." "What?" "Your mother. She's right about me. About us." He pulled away, pacing. "I've been selfish. Keeping you in this world. Putting you at risk because I needed you. But she's right. This will destroy you. Don't do this. I should let you go. Should have let you go from the beginning. But you won't." She stood defiant. "Because you love me. And I love you. And that has to count for something. What if it's not enough? What if loving you is what gets you killed? Then I die knowing I was loved. Really, truly loved. That's more than most people get in a lifetime." He grabbed her shoulders. Not rough. Desperate. "Don't talk like that. Don't ever talk like that. Then don't talk about letting me go." They stood there, holding each other, the weight of impossible choices crushing them both. "I don't know how to fix this," he admitted. "Neither do I. Your mother hates you, hates us, has made her position very clear. I could talk to her." "And say what?" That you'll keep me safe in a world where people die for looking at you wrong? That you'll give up your empire? Your duty? Everything you are? She won't believe you. And I wouldn't ask that of you anyway. He cupped her face. What do? We keep going, keep fighting, keep choosing each other, and hope that eventually she sees what I see. What's that? That you're worth it. That this, us, is worth it. He kissed her then, desperate, clinging, like a man drowning. A month passed, the worst month of Lily's life. Her mother stopped answering calls, stopped coming to the estate when Lily was there, built a wall of silence that hurt worse than any words. And his world started closing in. Rivals smelled weakness. A dawn distracted by a woman was a dawn vulnerable. Whispers started. Questions. Challenges. You need to end this, his second-in-command said. She's making you soft. People notice. I don't care. You should. Because the minute they think you're weak, they'll come for you. And they'll come for her first. He increased security. Put watchers on Lily. Made sure she was never unprotected. She hated it. I feel like a prisoner. You're alive. That's what matters. This isn't living. It's the best I can offer. The fight started. Small at first. Then bigger. The pressure of a love that demanded everything and offered no easy answers. Maybe my mother was right, Lily said one night after a particularly bad argument. Maybe we are poison to each other. His face went white. Don't say that. Why not? Look at us. Look at what this has cost. My family. Your focus. Everything. You're not a cost. You're the only good thing in my life. Am I? Because from where I'm standing, I'm the thing that's going to get you killed. He grabbed her hand. Then we died together. I'm not giving you up. Even if it destroys us both? Even then. The truth came out on a Wednesday. Maria showed up at the apartment. Lily opened the door to find her mother standing there, looking smaller than she'd ever seen her. Mama? We need to talk. They sat at the small table. The silence was heavy. I was wrong, Maria finally said. Lily blinked. What? Not about the danger. Not about the darkness. But about him. About you. Maria's hands shook. I went to see him. At the estate. Told him if he really loved you, he'd let you go. Give you a life away from all of this. Lily's heart stopped. What did he say? He agreed. The world tilted. He what? He said you were right. That he was being selfish. That he'd make arrangements. A new identity. A teaching job in another state. Money to start over. Everything you'd need to build a life far away from him. From this. Tears blurred Lily's vision. He's letting me go. He's setting you free. Maria reached across the table. Because he loves you. Really loves you. Enough to break his own heart to keep you safe. But I don't want to be free. I want him. I know. Maria's voice cracked. That's why I came. Because I realized something watching him agree to lose you. Watching him choose your safety over his own happiness. That's not the action of a monster. That's the action of a man who loves my daughter more than I thought possible. Mama. I'm not saying I approve. I'm not saying this won't end badly. But I'm saying, I see it now. What you see in him. And I won't make you choose anymore. They both cried. Held each other. 13 years of protection and love and fear finally breaking open. He doesn't know I'm here, Maria said. He thinks I came to tell you to take the offer. To leave. Will you tell him I know? No. That's your choice to make. Lily found him that night at the estate. In his study. Signing papers that would give her a new life. Don't, she said from the doorway. He looked up. Saw her face. Knew immediately that she knew. How? My mother told me. His jaw clenched. She wasn't supposed to. Were you going to? Or were you just going to let me wake up one day and find you gone? I was going to make sure you had everything. Everything except you. He stood slowly. You deserve a life without this darkness. Without looking over your shoulder. Without being a target. What I deserve is a choice. And you took it away. To protect you. I don't need protection from loving you. I need you to trust that I'm strong enough to handle this. What if you're not? What if something happens to you because of me? She crossed to him, took his face in her hands. Then something happens. But at least we'll have had this. Had us. Had something real in a world that's mostly fake. I can't lose you. Then stop trying to push me away. He pulled her close, buried his face in her hair. I'm so scared. All the time. That you'll get hurt. That I'll fail you. Then be scared with me. But don't leave me. Don't make that choice for both of us. Your mother came to tell me she understands. That she won't stand between us anymore. His eyes widened. She did. Because you proved something to her. You proved that you love me more than you love having me. And that's the difference between possession and love. He kissed her then. Deep. Desperate. Grateful. No more secrets, she whispered. No more running. We face this together. Together. 3 weeks later, everything changed. A meeting was called. The kind of meeting where all the families gathered. Where old grudges were settled and new alliances formed. Where power was won or lost. I'm announcing us, he told Lily the night before. Officially. To everyone. You'll be under my protection. Recognized. Safe. That's dangerous. Everything about us is dangerous. But I'm done hiding you. Done pretending you don't exist. You're mine. And it's time everyone knew. The meeting was set for the old warehouse district. Neutral ground. Heavy security. All the families would be there. Maria begged them not to go. This feels wrong. Off. It's standard, he assured her. These meetings happen twice a year. But Maria's instincts had kept her alive for 13 years in a dangerous world. And they were screaming now. They arrived at sunset. Cars lined the street. Guards at every entrance. The who's who of his world gathered under fluorescent lights and old blood stains. He held Lily's hand as they entered. A statement. A declaration. The room went silent. Then the whispers started, rippling through the crowd like poison. He moved to the center. Lily beside him. Strong. Proud. Terrified. I have an announcement, he began. That's when she saw it. In the rafters. A glint of metal. A rifle scope. Time moved in slow motion. She saw the angle. Saw where it was pointed. Not at him. At her. They weren't trying to kill him. They were trying to break him. Down, she screamed, tackling him sideways as the shot rang out. Pain exploded in her shoulder. Hot. Blinding. Red. She hit the ground. Heard him screaming her name. Felt his hands on her face. Lily. Lily. Stay with me. Please. Stay with me. Chaos erupted. Gunfire. Shouting. His men returning fire. But all she could see was his face. The terror in his eyes. The man who'd tried to let her go to keep her safe. The man who was now holding her as she bled on a warehouse floor. I'm okay, she whispered. I'm okay. You're not. God, you're not. Blood soaked her shirt. Her vision blurred. The papers, she whispered. The ones giving me a new life. Do you still have them? What? Why? Burn them. I don't want a life without you. You're not dying. You hear me? You're not dying. She smiled weakly. Tell my mother, tell her she was right. This is dangerous. But it was worth it. You are worth it. Lily, please. Everything went dark. The hospital room was quiet except for the beep of monitors. He hadn't left her side in 3 days. Hadn't eaten. Hadn't slept. Just held her hand and waited. Maria sat across from him. The first time they'd been in the same room without hostility. She saved you, Maria said quietly. I know. She could have died. I know. Is she worth it? Really worth it? All this pain and fear and danger. He looked at Lily's sleeping face. The bandages on her shoulder. The woman who'd taken a bullet meant for her. Who'd chosen him over safety. Over peace. Over everything easy and good. Every second, he whispered. Every single second. Then you better make sure she survives. Because if my daughter dies for you, I'll burn your world to the ground. You won't have to. I'll do it myself. Lily's eyes fluttered open. Found his face. Smiled weakly. Hey, she whispered. Hey. His voice broke. You're awake. Did we win? What? The meeting. Did we survive? He laughed through tears. You just took a bullet and you're asking if we won? That's not an answer. He kissed her hand. We're alive. That's all that matters. My mom is here and terrifying and has threatened to kill me 17 different ways if you don't recover. Lily looked past him, saw her mother, reached out her other hand. Maria took it, crying. I'm okay, Mama. You were shot. But I'm okay. We're okay. Maria looked between them. These two impossible people who loved each other in the most complicated way possible. This isn't over, Maria said. The danger, the threats, the people who want him dead, and you as collateral. I know, but you're not leaving. No, even after this. Especially after this. Maria sighed, squeezed her daughter's hand. Then I guess I better teach you how to survive in this world, because you're going to need it. He pulled Lily close as visiting hours ended. Maria had finally gone home to sleep. They were alone. I'm sorry, he whispered. For all of it. For bringing you into this. Don't. She touched his face. I'd choose you again. Every time. No matter what. Even after being shot? Especially after. Because now I know, really know, how far we'll go for each other. What we're willing to sacrifice. What we mean. What do we mean? Everything. He kissed her softly, carefully, like she was made of glass. I'm moving you, he said. Somewhere safer. Better security. You're not going back to that apartment. Where? The estate. With me. Full time. No more hiding. No more secrets. Your men won't like it. I don't care. Your enemies will use it against you. Let them try. It'll make you vulnerable. I already am. Have been since the day I first saw you drop that tray. You've been my weakness from the start. Might as well make it official. She smiled. So we're really doing this? Going public. Everyone in that warehouse knows now. The secret's out. We might as well own it. They'll come after us harder. Probably. We might not survive it. Maybe not. Still worth it. He looked into her eyes. This woman who'd seen the worst of him and stayed. Who'd taken a bullet for him. Who chose danger over safety because love demanded it. Every second, he whispered. Every single second. Recovery took 6 weeks. 6 weeks of Lily learning to live in his world officially. No more hiding. No more pretending to be just the maid's daughter. The estate staff treated her differently now. Some with respect. Some with fear. All with awareness that she was untouchable. The Don's woman. Protected. Precious. Dangerous to cross. Her mother came to the estate every day. Watched her daughter heal. watched him care for her with a gentleness no one else got to see. The way he'd carry her to the garden when she needed air. How he'd read to her when pain kept her awake. The way he'd hold her hand during physical therapy, like he could transfer his strength. "You really love her," Maria said one afternoon, watching them in the garden. He didn't look up from wrapping Lily's shoulder. "More than anything in this world. Enough to walk away? If that's what kept her safe." "I tried to. She wouldn't let me." "Good." Maria surprised them both. Because walking away would have broken her. "She needs you. God help us all. She needs you. I'll protect her. With my life." "You better. Because she already proved she'll do the same for you." The first public appearance was a charity gala. The kind of event where his world mixed with the legitimate one. Politicians, businessmen, society wives, all pretending they didn't know what he really was. Lily wore a dress he'd bought her. Deep blue. Elegant. A scarf artfully hiding the scar on her shoulder. "Ready?" he asked, offering his arm. Terrified. "Good. That means you're smart." He leaned close. "But I'm right beside you. Every step." They entered together. The room went quiet. Then the whispers started. Not hostile. Curious. Fascinated. The Don had brought a date. An actual date. Not an escort. Not a transaction. A woman he looked at like she hung the moon. "Ignore them," he murmured. "Hard to do when everyone's staring." "They're staring because you're beautiful. And because I'm the luckiest bastard in this room." She squeezed his hand. "Liar. Never about you." The night was going well until Senator Moretti approached. Old money. Older grudges. "So this is the famous girl," he said, eyes crawling over Lily. "The one who took a bullet. Very dramatic. Senator." The Don's voice went cold. "Tell me, dear, what does a pretty young thing like you see in a man like him?" "Can't be the conversation." Lily smiled sweetly. "Dangerously. Actually, that's exactly it. He's the most interesting man I've ever met." "Interesting. That's one word for it." "What word would you use?" The senator's smile turned nasty. "Ruthless. Violent. Dangerous. The kind of man who'd get you killed just by standing next to him." "Funny," Lily said, voice sharp. "He's also loyal, intelligent, and honest about who he is. Which is more than I can say for people who smile while stabbing backs." The Don's lips twitched. Almost a smile. The senator's face darkened. "Careful, girl. That mouth will get you in trouble." "I'm not afraid of trouble. I'm dating it, remember?" The senator looked at the Don. "She's got fire. Shame it'll get her killed." "Only if someone's stupid enough to try," the Don said quietly. "And we both know what happens to people who are that stupid." It wasn't a threat. It was a promise. The senator left. Lily exhaled shakily. "Did I just make an enemy?" "You just made a dozen. And impressed every single person who heard you." He pulled her close. "That was incredibly brave and incredibly foolish. Which do you prefer?" "With you? I can't tell anymore." Living together changed things. Made them real in ways stolen hours never could. She learned his routines. How he woke at 5 for coffee and silence. How he worked late into the night when problems piled up. How he had nightmares, sometimes violent ones that left him shaking. "It's okay," she'd whisper, holding him. "You're okay. I'm here." "I killed someone today," he said one night after a particularly bad dream. "Not directly. But I gave the order. And he had a family. Kids. Did he deserve it? He betrayed us. Put innocent people at risk. Then you did what you had to do. Does that make it right?" "No. But it makes it necessary. There's a difference." He held her tighter. How do you do that? Do what? Accept all of me. Even the worst parts. Because I love all of you. Even the parts that hurt. Their nights together deepened. Became more than physical. They talked for hours. Planned impossible futures. Dream about the restaurant he'd never open and the classroom she might someday have. Tell me a happy memory, she said one night, tracing patterns on his chest. From before all this, before you became the dawn. He was quiet for so long she thought he wouldn't answer. My grandmother's kitchen, he finally said. Sunday mornings. She'd make bread. The whole house would smell like heaven. I'd sit on the counter, and she'd tell me stories about the old country, about choices and honor, and the difference between the two. What happened to her? She died the year I took over. Heart attack. The doctor said it was sudden, but I think she just couldn't watch what I was becoming. You think she'd hate what you are now? Yes. I think she'd understand. Not approve, but understand. Because you didn't choose this for glory. You chose it because your family needed you. That's honor. The kind she taught you. He kissed her forehead. You're too good for me. Lucky for you. I have terrible taste in men. He laughed. Actually laughed. The sound still surprised her. How rare it was. How precious. They made love differently now. Not just with bodies, but with everything. Every fear. Every hope. Every piece of themselves they'd kept hidden. I love you, he'd whisper in the dark. God, I love you so much it scares me. I know. I feel it every time you look at me. What if it's not enough? What if love doesn't save us? Then we'll go down fighting. Together. Together. 6 months after the shooting, Maria came to dinner at the estate. First time as a guest, not staff. It was awkward. Tense. All three of them trying too hard. Your mother taught me this recipe, he said, serving pasta. Back when I was first learning the business. She said a man who can't feed himself can't lead. Maria blinked. You remember that? I remember everything you taught me, including how to properly fold linens. He smiled slightly. Used it to impress business partners more times than I can count. Despite herself, Maria smiled back. I knew those skills would be useful. Lily watched them. Her mother and her love. Trying. For her. Thank you, she said quietly. Both of you. For trying. She's my daughter, Maria said. And you make her happy. I don't like it. I don't approve of it. But I see it. That's enough to try. I'll keep her safe, he promised. You can't promise that. Not in your world. Then I'll die trying. Maria studied him. I believe you. That's the terrifying part. Dinner became a weekly thing. Awkward at first. Then easier. Then almost normal. Maria told stories about Lily as a child. Embarrassing ones that made Lily blush and him laugh. He told stories about the estate. The history. The weight of legacy. Do you ever regret it? Maria asked one night. Taking over? Becoming this? Every day. And never. It's complicated. Most important things are. Did you regret having her? He nodded at Lily. Raising her in this world? Every day. And never. Maria smiled sadly. See? Complicated. They understood each other. Two people who'd sacrificed everything for duty. For family. For loves that demanded too much and gave just enough, but peace never lasted in his world. Threats increased. Small at first. Messages. Warnings. Then bigger. An attack on one of his businesses. A car bomb that missed. Barely. They're testing you, his second-in-command said. Seeing if the girl makes you weak. Let them test. And when they come for her, his eyes went cold. Then they learn exactly how weak I'm not. But he increased security anyway. Guards on Lily at all times. Armor-plated car. Routes that changed daily. I feel like I'm in prison, she complained. You're alive. That's what matters. This isn't living. It's the best I can offer. They fought more. The stress bleeding into everything. Him pulling away to protect her. Her pushing back to reach him. Talk to me, she begged one night. Stop shutting me out. I'm trying to keep you safe. I don't need safe. I need you. The real you. Not this wall you're building. The wall is what keeps you alive. No. Love keeps me alive. Us. This. What we have when you stop being the Don and start being the man I fell in love with. He broke then. Pulled her close. Buried his face in her hair. I'm so scared. All the time. That I'll lose you. That loving you is what gets you killed. The truth came from an unexpected source. Maria arrived at the estate. Panicked. We need to talk. Now. All of us. They gathered in his office. Maria pacing. Him tense. Lily confused. I found something, Maria said. In the old files. The ones from when I first started working here. What files? The night your father died. She looked at him. The night you became Don. I was there. I cleaned the study afterward. And I found a letter. Hidden. I kept it. I don't know why. Maybe insurance. Maybe just. I don't know. She pulled out yellowed paper. Hands shaking. What does it say? The Don asked quietly. It's from your father. Written the day he died. It's a confession. The room went cold. He knew someone was coming for him. Knew he'd likely die. And he wrote down everything. Every dirty deal. Every alliance. Every secret. Maria looked up. Including who really runs things. Who's been pulling strings for 20 years. Who? Senator Moretti. The world tilted. That's impossible, the Don said. He's the one who killed your father. Staged it to look like a rival family. Made sure you took over young and unprepared so he could control you. Every major decision you've made, he's been influencing it. Through advisors. Through threats. Through carefully placed information. The attack on Lily was him. Testing you. Seeing if she'd make you weak or strong. And when you proved strong, he started planning his next move. Which is? Maria handed him the letter. He's going to kill you both. Make it look like a rival family. Install someone he controls. And erase any evidence you ever mattered. Silence. Then Lily spoke. When? The annual summit. 3 days from now. When all the families gather. He's planned it for maximum impact. The Don looked at the letter. 20 years of his life. 20 years of believing he was in control. When really, he'd been a puppet. What do we do? Lily asked. He looked at her. This woman who'd already taken a bullet for him. Who stood beside him even when the ground was collapsing. Who made him want to be more than what his father's world demanded. We end it, he said quietly. Once and for all. Then be scared with me. But don't leave me alone in it. The summit was held at the old opera house. Neutral ground. Heavy security. Every family in attendance. The Don arrived with Lily. A statement. Maria stayed behind. Too dangerous for her to attend. They walked through metal detectors. Past guards. Into the main hall, where hundreds gathered. Senator Moretti stood on stage. Smiling. Confident. Already delivering his speech about unity and tradition. The Don squeezed Lily's hand. Stay close. When I give the signal, you run. I'm not leaving you. Lily, we do this together. Or not at all. He wanted to argue. Didn't have time. The senator saw them. His smile widened. Our youngest Don. and his lovely companion. Please join us on stage. It was a trap. They both knew it, but refusing would show weakness. They climbed the stairs, stood in the spotlight, exposed. We're here to discuss the future, the senator said. About leadership, about strength, about what happens when a Don becomes distracted. Murmurs in the crowd. We're also here to discuss truth, the Don said quietly. About the past, about secrets, about men who manipulate from shadows. The senator's smile froze. Careful, boy. I have a letter, written by my father the day he died, confessing everything, every secret, every manipulation, every lie. He pulled it from his jacket, held it up, including who really killed him. The room erupted. Guards moved. Guns appeared. Chaos blooming like blood and water. That's when the lights went out. Gunfire. Screaming. Lily felt his hand grip hers tighter. Run, he shouted. But she couldn't see. Couldn't move. Bodies everywhere. Shots ringing out. Then pain. Bright and sharp. Her leg. She fell. Felt him catch her. Lily, I'm okay. Go. Finish this. I'm not leaving you. You have to. End this. Before he... Another shot. This one closer. Something wet and warm splashed her face. The lights came back on. The Don was on the ground. Lily beside him. Blood spreading from his chest. No. She crawled to him. Pressed her hands to the wound. No, 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 no. His eyes found hers. Struggling to focus. Did we win? Around them, the senator was being held by guards. The letter clutched in someone else's hands. Justice, finally. 20 years late. Yes, she sobbed. We won. We won, so you have to stay. You have to. His hand touched her face. Weak. Shaking. Love you. So much. Worth it. All of it. You were worth everything. Don't. Don't you dare. We're supposed to have more time. We're supposed to. Take care of your mother. Tell her, thank you for giving me you. Please. Please don't leave me. He smiled. Peaceful. Free. Not leaving. Never leaving. Always with you. His eyes closed. The machines would start beeping soon. Paramedics would rush in. They'd try to save him. They'd fail. But in that moment, Lily held him. The man who'd loved her enough to die for her. Who'd fought monsters while becoming one. Who'd given her everything and asked for nothing but her heart. I love you, she whispered to his unhearing ears. I love you. Come back. Please come back. But some stories don't have happy endings. Some love stories end in blood and broken promises, and a girl holding a dying man in an opera house while the world burns down around them. The question is, did he survive? Does love win? Or does the darkness take everything, just like Maria always warned?